I am saying goodbye to these scents. Hey there, it's Kimmy Some Scents coming to you with a new video. Today I am talking about the scents I'm saying goodbye to. Now, this isn't a forever goodbye. This is a just goodbye for the season. Right now we are at the end of March and we've got the spring weather that is coming in. And honestly, it's almost borderline summer weather because the temperatures kind of keep going back and forth, back and forth. So some days we have the AC on, some days we have the heat on, some days we have nothing in between. So based on that, I am ready to kind of move to some of the lighter scents, knowing that I'm not saying goodbye to these forever. It's just for the season, or, you know, if the mood strikes me, some of these still make great nighttime scents as well. But just want to go ahead and clear out some space for some of the lighter scents and the ones that kind of make me excited for spring and summer. So we'll go ahead and get into it. The first one you see here is Bond Number 9's New York Nights. This is a lovely scent that when I first smelled it, I think it was like a sample of it that I had ages ago. I was surprised at how much I actually started to like it. It's got notes like floral notes, coffee notes, and caramel notes. And so it's a little, again, suited perfectly for night, awesome for the winter, long lasting scent. And I paired it with this Brand New by Brown Sugar Babe, which is the inspired by New York Nights inspired the Brand New scent by Brown Sugar Babe. And so this is one that, well, I love it. I am going to go ahead and, give it a rest for the season and look forward to breaking out again later this fall. All right, and for the next one, and I do also want to mention that a lot of these scents that I'm saying goodbye to and the associated scent combos, they do have a theme somewhat, either between like Kayali and Brown Sugar Babe. It's just, those are some of the kind of honestly the cornerstones of my scent collection. I enjoy the scents, I enjoy the products, and so I do patronize the brands, so just as a heads up there. But my next one here is Shoggoth Oud. And again, another Brown Sugar Babe one, Mood Oud. And so Shoggoth Oud this is one that honestly, I bought this last year and I have not really worn it too much. And I can tell you that it's going to last me for a very long time because I could probably wear 3-4 sprays of this and it will last and it will project. Like, she is not to be played with. Shoggoth Oud has, let me look at these notes here. I had them up, but it's pretty much like a rose note, cocoa note. Probably one quick second. So this one has notes of oud, saffron, praline, and rose, and with a vanilla base note. And again, like I said, she is a beast. And honestly, yeah, I can't even, it's got to be like freezing cold outside for me to really wear her and not feel as if I'm being smothered, versus like kind of wearing her during like, say, the warmer weather. And the same goes for Brown Sugar Babe's Mood Oud. This one also has, again, those oud notes, that kind of that deep woody note, but it's also got notes of pink pepper, bergamot, and that rose and vanilla notes as well. So these two do go well together. And surprisingly, with that pink pepper note that's in there, I keep saying I don't like pink pepper, but somehow there are fragrances that I have where there's just enough in there that I'm like, hey, maybe it's not so bad after all. But again, looking forward to wearing these next winter. But again, she is beast mode. So if you ever see her in the store or either like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, I haven't seen it there lately. And I think I ended up getting this off like Fragrance Net maybe. Yeah, she is not for beginners. So just a heads up there. All right, so the next one I have is by Dries Van Noten. It's the Sol Malaquais. I might be butchering that. I think it's probably like a French pronunciation. But this is one that was a very happy surprise, I guess. It was somewhat of a blind buy, which started with, again, another Brown Sugar Babe one, Mava by Brown Sugar Babe. This was released first, and I think, well, I should say released first. It wasn't released first. I purchased this one first, and I think based upon like the buzz that it had on, I think a lot of like the social media sites, you know, for amongst like the fragrance community. I bought this one out of curiosity, love the scent of it. Ended up buying a decant of the actual Sol Malaquais brand, because this is the, again, the inspired by scent for the Sol Malaquais. Love this one so much that I don't want to spring for a full bottle of this quite yet. This one is definitely one of those, when you have found like, you know, those top fragrances that you want, that you want to put some money aside for. I think right now a bottle of the Sol Malaquais probably goes for well over $300. So right now I am content with just buying the decants of that scent, and then also buying the Silk of Paris by Dua. This one again is just the inspired by version of Sol Malaquais, and I love it. So it's like a chocolatey floral, like rose scent. It's got like berry notes, so blackcurrant, bergamot, rose, chestnut, cocoa, and vanilla. And so the way it just, and again, I used to say I'm not big on rose fragrances either, but somehow, some way I am. But to me, these two smell pretty close to each other. I think there's been some debate online about whether if there truly is anything that matches the original, and there probably is not a one-to-one, but this was awfully close enough for me to where I would see, you know, continuing to use these together along with the corresponding body oil. But again, since this is a slightly heavier scent, I could probably see maybe breaking this out on a rainy day. But there's only so much of it that I have that I don't feel the need to rush through this right now. So I am going to go ahead, put this away for the season, and again, have something to look forward to later on this year. All right. And then next up, I have Commodity Milk Expressive, and then Commodity Milk Bold. These are two others that I loved. I use those I mix them together sometimes because Expressive is great. It's kind of pretty much has a smaller scent bubble, where I think it's kind of within your immediate space, kind of for how the commodity fragrances work. And then Expressive or Bold, Milk Bold, or even the Bold, I guess, variety for commodity, if I can get that to come into focus. This is probably more for, again, like you walk into the room and people that are kind of slightly outside of your personal bubble. You leave a more expanded scent bubble with the bold fragrances. And so I love this scent. It's kind of almost like a s'mores by the fire scent. Like literally, you know, when you're roasting a marshmallow over open flame, that's what it's meant to give. But it's so much more of a smoother, classier, not as burnt scent. So it's not quite like a oud at all, but it's got notes of marshmallow, roasted sesame, tonka bean, mahogany wood, and some base notes of firewood and amber. And it's slightly different. That was for the bold one, but then for the commodity milk, just expressive, it's got an added note of milk. So it's kind of a little, gotta add, this one adds a little additional smoothness to it because it has a milk note. And then I paired that with Brown Sugar Babe's Milky Way, which again, Milky Way is inspired by the milk scent from Commodity. And then I also, you know, again, wanting to figure out, you know, what's the best way to get your money's worth for some of these more expensive fragrances is, yeah, I'm always good with a travel size, especially if it's not one that I wear year round. You know, I work with it that way by having the body oil, the travel sizes, and then also the Dawkins Aroma Company, which has their scent of Creme de la Sol, which shows that it's got the notes of the milk accord, marshmallow, mahogany, and tonka. This is an extrait, so it's a little heavier, a little more oily than, say, the Eau de Parfum. So sometimes I will just put this on my skin, like after I'll share with you what else I end up using as part of the scent combo. The Bodycology Fireside, Cozy Fireside S'more Body Cream. Again, you've got the chocolate, milk note, milk chocolate, marshmallow, sandalwood notes. Put this on, put Milky Way over it, put this on my skin versus on my clothes because, again, it's oily. I don't want to get any oil marks on my clothes unless, say, I'm maybe wearing a dark color, but I don't want to ruin anything that way. And then I'll go ahead and put this you know, on my clothes or for whatever I'm wearing to, again, get that lasting scent. Again, love this. I could still see, again, another rainy day scent if it's cool enough to kind of break out. But because, again, want to make sure I am, you know, using all my fragrances, giving them all a fair shot, I would end up, yeah, I'll put these away for the season, nice safe spot, and then bring them out again next year. Or not next year, later this year. All right, so next up, I've got Victoria's Secret Tease Coco Soiree. This one is another one that I absolutely love. And honestly, there's not a ton of this left. I've made quite the dent in this. You can't tell from this angle, but it's about, oh, maybe out right here. So honestly, I think we still have a few more cool and rainy days coming up that I can probably see finishing this up end of this week, next week. So I will go ahead and finish this up, but I have a backup bottle of this that, again, once, you know, that fall, winter weather comes back around, I will continue to wear this. Again, it is a favorite. I didn't realize how much I would love it when I purchased this, I want to say back in like 2023. Just, again, got this one on a whim because there are some blind buys that have been very lucky, and then there are some that have not been lucky at all. But this is not one of them. This is a great one. I'm happy that I did purchase because I have the body lotion, and then I also have the body spray for this as well. So again, I'll always keep this as part of my collection as long as I can get it, but I will, once I, you know, finish up this bottle, I'll go ahead and retire it for the season. But typically what I've worn with this one is the Sunrise Woods by Bath and Body Works. This is a shower gel. I did just finish up the body cream to this one. I still have a body lotion, and I still have some body spray remaining that I do want to go ahead. I need to use this up this year. I've had this for longer than I don't even think Bath and Body Works has this in production right now. And I bought this a few years ago. It's still holding on, and I did get through the body cream because I was starting to break down. Still was holding scent, still was fine, but that's the thing. When you buy so much bath and body care, you have to make sure you're using it consistently. But this one has the notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, and cozy cashmere, and it paired perfectly with Tease Coco Soiree. So looking forward to, yeah, once I finish the rest of this off, you know, later this year, if it comes back again, I'll buy it. If not, well, I'll find something else to wear with her, but she'll be a mainstay. But yeah, finish her up, and then, you know, I'll bring out her sibling, I guess, the backup next fall. All right, next up, we've got some cherry scent. So we've got, this one is, I guess it's pretty much a basic cherry scent that I had purchased from Urban Outfitters, again, a couple of years ago, back when I was, again, on the cherry kick. I think cherry seemed to be all the rage at that point. And then also I've got Love Fest Burning Cherry by Kayali. And then this one I think has a little bit of a cherry scent to it, but it's got it is the invite only Amber 21. And for this one, it is, yeah, for these, I guess, I don't know, I'm probably having a hard time trying to kind of convey how I feel about these. I like these. Once these are done, at least for these three, I can see probably, you know, using them up, enjoying them, but probably not buying them again or even getting a larger bottle. I do enjoy the cherry scents kind of only for certain points of the year. So if I did end up buying these, I would just stick with buying just the travel sizes. And I don't know if Kayali, if they're still making the invite only, or gosh, what is this? The invite only amber. But for the notes for Love Fest Burning Cherry, and this one kind of smells similar to, these two kind of smell similar. I don't know if they have the exact same notes, but you know, if you smell this one, it smells like this. If you smell this one, it smells like this, even though this one doesn't really have, these two together don't really have much lasting power. But it's kind of, again, a tart cherry scent. And so you've got the notes of like that black cherry, raspberry, bergamot, praline, you've got rose. So again, you've got that fruity floral scent, and then with a little bit of the tonka bean, patchouli, vetiver, balsam. So it's kind of like also a little bit of like a green, kind of a few little green notes in there too. But these are ones that, again, you know, when October comes around, even I want to say late September, October comes around, and you know, it's kind of Halloween time, I always like these. And then they're good nighttime scents as well. So, you know, if you are looking for, you know, another nighttime scent, these, you know, these do work, but I just like the lighter ones. And the invite only amber, it does have the notes of black cherry as well, cinnamon, tobacco leaf, honey. You've got a little bit of chocolate, roasted hazelnut. This one has a little bit of everything. And it's also got, looks like rose notes, citrus leaf. And so, but this one comes off very tart and almost, the smell of it reminds me of the taste you have when you drink cranberry juice. So it's a different scent. I do like, it's got a little bit of smokiness to it because it has the oud notes and again, the tobacco leaf, but I kind of, these two, they're cousins to me. So that's why I kind of paired them all together. But yeah, I'll put these away and just, yeah, look forward to pulling them out again next fall. All right. And then the next scent I have is Kayali Oudgasm Vanilla Oud. I cannot recall the scent combo I put together with this. I probably had it out and I probably put it away, but usually I would almost pair this with, oh gosh, what is it? Sorry, bear with me here. Where's this? It's got the, again, Brown Sugar Babe, Creme de la Creme, which is actually the scent that goes with Vanilla 28. But this is one where it's got the notes here on the back where you've got vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak moss, and oud. This is to me much more oud heavy, the heaviest of the oud scents that I have from Kayali. There is one more Oudgasm collection, one more Oudgasm scent that I have, which I don't know why they call it Oudgasm, but I do have another one which I will share here shortly that I'll share the accompanying scent combo with that as well. But this is one that, yeah, I'll put away for next year. Again, makes a great nighttime scent, but for me, too heavy for the warmer months. All right, so for the next one that I mentioned earlier was the Oudgasm Cafe Oud. This one has the notes of, went to go look up the notes, but notice that they actually are on the back here. Cappuccino, geranium, rose damascena, white musk, vanilla, and oud. This one is, I have to say, I like this as a coffee-based fragrance. I know it doesn't show it directly on here, except for like the cappuccino note, but I did enjoy this one, and I have to say, of the Oudgasm fragrances, again, like I said, I've got the vanilla oud. I don't know if I had the longevity on that one. And that one, I actually had to add, I think if I remember correctly, I think I added another creamy scent to it. And it might have been, yeah, it might have been this one as well that I added to the vanilla oud, just to kind of break it up a little bit, soften it a bit. But I also used, as part of my scent combo with the Oudgasm Cafe Oud, I did go ahead and pair this with the Mimic 165, the blend of cream gourmand, which is actually the scent for, what is it? Oh gosh, what is it? Fleur's Heavy Cream. And so, but this one is truly much more of a creamy scent and less of like heavy cream's got a little bit more of a, it's got a slight hint of citrus to it to kind of brighten it up. But this one I like is truly creamy. So it makes me think of like, yeah, when you have your coffee, you're adding your cream, you know, you're adding your vanilla creamer to it. And so what I ended up starting this scent combo with, actually, before I even, these were the last ones I ended up using. I had the Vanilla Cafe body wash, I almost said body wash, body wash from Bath and Body Works. And so I had the notes of smooth espresso with vanilla and toasted hazelnut. So added a little bit of a little nuttiness to it. Started with that in the shower. And then I'm almost done with this. So honestly, again, since we still have a few more cool rainy days coming up, I'm probably going to go ahead and use this up. This was a limited edition iced coffee shea sugar scrub from Tree Hut. I love this. It smelled just like iced coffee where, I just be scrubbing myself down and just thinking like, God, I could go for an iced coffee right about now and smelling it. So as you can see, there's not a lot of this left. So I will go ahead and use this up here, within the next week or so. But I use this. I wish they would come out with this again. If they do, I would go back and buy it again. So once I did that, once I finished, then I used, again, I think these two actually came together in a kit. or in a package when they were first released a couple years ago. But this one was re-released on its own this past year, but I want to say 2025. So this is a sweet cream. Again, as the name states, just pretty much smells like, yeah, truly like a sweet whipped cream with a slight hint of, like cream cheese, but not totally, but just a little, I think they do that probably just to truly hit that lactonic note. But I use this, or it was either this one, because I did actually also have the Vanilla Cafe the body cream for this, but I didn't break into that body cream yet. So I'll probably just hang on to that until next fall as well. Just wanted to, again, use these up. One other option is with the Fresh Cream by Philosophy. You could also use that, worked out well. And also because this one's a little thinner, this is a thick cream. This is a little thinner. Based upon, however my skin was feeling whenever I put this combo together, I'd use one or the other. And I think one day, honestly, my skin just kind of was a little thirsty, so I ended up using both. And then to top it out, before I ended up using my finishing off of my fragrances here, there were two things here that I purchased a while, maybe a year or so ago, from I think it was a Sugar Mama Fragrances. This is the Cafe Con Leche body oil, so the coffee with milk, or the coffee gelato body oil. I think I ordered these specifically to go with the Oudgasm Cafe Oud, just because at the time I was like, ooh, I'd like to have a little coffee scent. When I tell you these two, if you love coffee, you love to smell like coffee, because that is a very unique thing to want to smell like, and sometimes I understand it. I like it, but this was too strong for me. And so I'm kind of at a loss at what to end up doing with these. I would probably maybe pair them, thin them out, maybe either I think I actually mixed the Fresh Cream with, I started with the Cafe Con Leche. It was all too strong. So then I think I put a little bit of that on by that time. And then I decided to go with the coffee gelato, but I ended up mixing some with the Fresh Cream to help kind of, again, lighten it up a little bit, make it a little more creamier, a little less coffee. But if you love coffee scents, you like strong scents, and you want, like, this combo lasted. I was honestly, by the time the end of the day rolled around, I was sick of smelling like coffee. And so if that's what you like, that's what you enjoy, I tell you, like, this here, this is the grouping you want. I would buy more from Sugar Mama Fragrances just based on the performance of these. But honestly, I may end up figuring out if I can just use this as like a diffuser oil if I can't get through it, because I don't think I'll get through this by next fall, obviously. But I'll try a little bit of both. Try as a diffuser oil, see how much holds out to next fall, because I think these do have a this one has a note here. So it says expires 2 years after purchase, and I purchased this last year, so I probably have one more year left. I have to go back and check. I'm pretty sure I have one more year left of this to use it up, so won't let it go to waste. But yeah, it won't, I probably won't repurchase this, but I will purchase from Sugar Mama Fragrances again in the future. And I will say about this previous combo, I did wear this, the one I just shared for, gosh, when's the last time I wore it? For daylight savings, when we sprung forward and everybody was just going through it that Monday. I was like, you know what? I need to smell like coffee. I need something that keeps me alert and not as, ticked off about losing that hour. And so that's when I last wore this one. And then I do have a couple of honorable mentions. And these are honorable mentions only because, again, not putting them away for the season. Well, probably yes, putting them away for the season, but maybe breaking them out as I maybe see fit. But these are some, again, fall, winter favorites as well. This one's Casablanca. This has a little bit, it's like a dry, to me it reminds me of like a dry apple cider. Not very sweet. I think this is pretty much like a unisex scent, but to me it's perfect for fall that I enjoy. And then I also have this Baklava Royale. This is my favorite because I will share with you one scent that I did buy, that this is actually going to be an empty going forward, but it's the Angel Share by Kilian. if I had to pick between Angel Share by Kilian or Baklava Royale, I'm picking Baklava Royale. This to me just smells delicious. I think it's got notes of like honey, pistachio, a little bit of cinnamon. I think there's a hint of apple in there, but nothing that's is not as sweet as Angel Share, but to me it's a little more mellow, but it lasts. And again, this is a nice travel size that I have. I have another travel size of this one because again, this is also like, I want to say 275 for maybe, I can't recall the ounces. I don't want to make a liar out of myself, but love this one. So if you're looking for something that where you liked Angel Share, but you know, there was still something that was off about it for you, that you're like, you know, you still kind of want something in that same vein, I would say Baklava Royale. I like this this is just, at some point I will upgrade to a full size of this one, but since again, I wear it seasonally, I don't need a full bottle right now. So we got those. And then also, and this one is another honorable mention, and Replica does not make this one anymore, or it's no longer in production, but it's Coffee Break. So it's got a light note of coffee, but it also has, I think like a very slight lavender note. So it's a very light scent. It's not as heavy as the ones that I've shown earlier. So this one, I could probably say, I could probably see wearing this year round. This would be, you know, for like a cool summer morning, cool late summer morning, you know, if you're meeting someone for brunch or whatever, it's a good one. But because it's no longer being made or in production, I don't know if they would bring it back at any point, and this is how much I have left. I am gonna have to baby this one a little bit. So, but I think for right now, that is everything I wanted to share. I do have more combos on the way. The room where I work during the day and where I record, I've been working in here way more than recording, obviously, since it's been several months since I've uploaded videos consistently. But I'm trying to clear the space out because I like putting together all the different scent combos to share, but it's kind of turned into a little fragrant hoarder's paradise in here. And so wanted to record these, get these out, share with the masses. So let me know in the comments if you have any of your favorite scents that you've said, hey, I'm going to give it a little break for this season, have something to look forward to, you know, once spring and summer are past, and you know, you want to go back into your favorite scents for the fall and winter. If there's anything on here you like, you didn't like, let me know. And if you have not subscribed and want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video. And until then, I'll see you later. Bye.